Alexis?
Alexis, I just want you to explain to everybody what it means for you to be here. Like, how do you feel overall about where you've come from and where you're at now?
I've been actually feeling good. I feel safe, and Amira's been trying her hardest to keep me here with her. All I'm just trying to do is just work together with her. She's working with me. Why wouldn't I work with her? And I go to this place called Girls Today, Leaders Tomorrow. It's teaching me how to be a leader. What things should I do outside the program? And I'm actually been doing good. And they trying to teach me how to be a woman and stuff like that. And so on the same length, kind of. They just want me to be a leader. They want me to move on in the future, not to be in as much trouble and stuff like that. But I'm actually doing good. And when we went to Florida, she did treat me and my brother out, Anthony. We really enjoyed ourselves being with the family, stuff like that. I'm like really happy for her doing what she's doing right now. But I couldn't say much more.
Oh, thank you, Lexi. And it's things like that where even if we have, you know, a tough time, I know Alexis really knows the value of the lessons I've taught her. You know, she may not always apply them, but we're dealing with teenage girls here. They don't always. My expectations of her are not the bare minimum, but they aren't so great that they aren't attainable for her. I just, you know, I really enjoy, actually, I enjoy the experience that we have together as cousins, but it's also friends and, you know, caregiver to child, and it's still that same village element. If we bother, you know, and it's not just Alexis is in my home, but please believe that while I have no children, I have maybe over a dozen, because I embrace them all the same way. They need a little love, they need a little direction, they need to be told when they're wrong, they need to be told when they're right. They need support. They need to know that they have somebody to talk to. They need a friend, and I'm so glad that she and I have that. You know, I've had so many, you know, life-changing moments with her, you know, and I would never want to change them from what they were. We've both grown and learned from them. And with the help of everybody that supports Alexis and I think she'll continue to do as best as she possibly can. And I want you all just to think about our situation and just maybe try just a little bit. You see them outside, just again, just a little bit. That's all they need.
Straighten them up. Just
a little bit. Alexis knows, she see me do it all the time. She might even comment, "You all Joe." You know how the teenagers do now. That's not what it's about. It's about making sure our community is as whole and complete as it could possibly be. Love our kids. Let that village come together for our kids. Anything you'd like to add before we go, Alexis?
No.
Thank you for your time. You hungry?
Coming over here. Tired. Dripping and running away from me to get off work.
Alexis is leading her sister.
Oh. How you doing, guys? Come on, man. Nice to see you again.
Today we're coming from the Media Mobilizing Project, and we're going to talk to George. What drove you to do that?
Drove me to do that. Basically, I learned that everybody out here is an individual, and everybody here got a story, and it helps when you talk about it. And when you talk about it, you learn more from that person, and you find ways to help that person. And that person can also, that person's story can also affect other people to self-motivate themselves, and they can set a domino effect.
I agree. There's strength in numbers. So even if you don't have the same mission at heart, it doesn't mean that you don't embrace or respect someone else's, and can, you know, you know, understand why they've taken that mission, you know, themselves.
In my opinion, the state of children today is not at a positive foundation as it used to be. Years ago, it used to be more village oriented, where you would have the mother, the father, the grandparents, the aunties, the uncles, all of that. Now we've kind of veered away from that village orient, so to speak. And because of that, the state of children now are in a more negative direction as opposed to positive.
We need more fathers to be fathers. You know, we need to step up, especially as black men, and take care of our children. And maybe, you know, because our children are the future. So maybe we can have a better future, because it starts with them right here, as it starts with us as well as parents.
So
you always have positive reinforcement from every individual involved. If the mother gives a lesson to the child, the father is there for redirection, and vice versa. Then when the child goes over to grandmoms or aunties and uncles, and we all are communicating as a village should, then those aunties and uncles and grandparents gives positive redirection. So
Xavier, how about we ask your son?
Okay.
He's part of the village. Xavier.
More than my mom and than my mom and daddy.
So do you like it better to have more people involved in your life, or you don't want as many people involved in your life?
I like more people involved in my life.
Do you get in trouble from more than mom and dad?
I'm not so sure.
And how do you feel about that? When you get in trouble by somebody that's not mom or dad?
The same.
You feel the same? And do you feel like you learn something when you get in trouble from either of them? That's good. This is a village baby in the making.
Well, hopefully these kids will take, these village kids, they will take the positivity that they learn home into their adulthood and with their families as well.
That's what we're all shooting for. Thank you again. Good night.
Good night.